There you go. Okay, all right. We got proof right there.
Some guy that seems like he's asleep. Need you to wake up, Gilbert. There's a lot of energy.
Come on, Gilbert. Let's go.
Come on. Dan and Dago is at Moe's.
I'll show you. I'll show you. I got it right.
Okay, that's it. You guys, I am done with mine, but that's pretty much it. Couldn't get better than a 2026 6th-round pick swap for a 7th-rounder. So
Freaking love you, Chad.
Hey, dude. Cool, man.
Compas on the beat, man. Derwin James signing off, man. Watch Compas on the beat.
Welcome to What's Up Bull. I'm Fernando Ramirez. I hope everybody's doing well this evening. Big trade just happened. A big trade with the Chargers last week, but a big trade right now with the Jacksonville Jaguars sending cornerback Tyson Campbell and a 7th-round pick to Cleveland for Greg Newsome and a 6th-round pick. Definitely interesting development there, especially with Cleveland's one of those teams that just usually they feel, oh, we still have it, we're still good, we can do this, and it ends up not being it. But the Chargers were involved in their own trade yesterday, yesterday as in Tuesday, when they traded Alohi Gilman and a 5th-round pick to the Baltimore Ravens for outside linebacker Odafe Owe. They traded for the pass rusher, who obviously in 2024 had a very good season, a standout season, 10 sacks. This year he's only up to 5 tackles, no sacks, but that's a Baltimore Ravens defense that has struggled to get it going. So, Andrew, how are you doing? Notorious OG, how are you guys doing? Matthew, we will get into that in a little bit. We will bring in Dan, and Dan will break down some film for us on Bradley Bozeman. Is it you guys, or is it the Chargers, or is it who? Somebody's wrong here. So we will get into who's the one that's wrong. We will have our O-line expert, Dan and Dago, obviously check it out and see what he Brett, you're right. He has his run. So we we'll get into that. Alex, how are you doing? So like I said, big trade. What it seems like he brings is more of the lengthy, tall, like he uses speed rushing to get around. He uses his speed. And that's something that the Chargers obviously are lacking, because we all know Khalil Mack's a bull. He's a bull. He is going to attack you by bull rushing. Thule seems like he's kind of the same way. Joey, we all know he would use the bull, but also he was a hand swiper. Joey loved swiping hands. So, no, I love Goon. I love to Goon. No. We're not doing that. Joseph Miranda, how are you doing? Yeah, I definitely there's some good things obviously happening with the addition of him away. He just looks like he's a guy who's ready to ball, he's ready to go, and obviously he goes to a system that he's familiar with, because this Chargers system is similar to the Baltimore Ravens system. So he'll feel right at home, I'm sure. And now it's going to be about how quickly can he get up to speed? How quickly can he be ready to go? So I'm definitely interested to see all that. Jim did say today that he expects him to exactly, Alex. He's only 26 years old, but Jim said he expects him to play some. He said he expects to play. So a guy like this, I'm pretty sure he doesn't need anything it's just, hey, dude, go get the quarterback. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously run stopping and everything, but definitely a good addition for the Chargers, because they have a plethora of safeties. We all know that. They have Tony Jefferson, who's a veteran in this game. Tony has been a very good piece to this puzzle. Tony has really been a sure tackler. Even in that Houston game last year, he came up with a huge fumble. He definitely a fumble. Well, he caused a fumble and then he recovered the ball. So Tony's good. RJ Mickens, he's a guy that they're very excited about. I know the coaching staff is excited about him, but yeah, no, they definitely have some safeties that I think they're really excited about, and we'll see obviously what those guys bring to the what he brings to the table. But yeah, no, he's definitely playing Notorious OG. So yeah, we'll see what transpires, but definitely they're excited about both of their safeties. They're excited about the mold that all those guys can use when it comes to Elijah Molden and all these guys. So safety is a good spot of where they're at, especially when they go into that nickel package where Derwin goes down, he's in the box or stuff like that. So we'll definitely it'll definitely be interesting to see the way that they now try and go without Alohi there. So I'm sure that obviously there's been a lot of interesting stuff there. But all right, let us bring in an individual who everybody's excited to hear. An individual who he went on a rant on Sunday, and everybody's wondering what's he going to come up with next. A guy who is not happy. He said, "For now, this is supposed to be easier, not harder. What are we doing? We have the answers to the test. What is going on?" That is Dan and Dago.
What was the problem with my camera? It wasn't working before we came on here. I think Gilberto's trying to disable my computer and hack it. That way I don't come on here and spread the good word of not only the gospel of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, but of also the good program on What's Up Bolts and giving you great opinions that stupid, cheese-eating bastard, lead water drinking bum from Wisconsin doesn't like to hear about. So, I'd like to say I'm happy to be here, but I'm not. We should be 5-0 going into this game, but alas, we're 3-2. I love Tugun. There he is. Had a comment that had me thinking myself about taking a little exit ramp, but not yet. I'm too stubborn. So yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. We're previewing what could be potentially a shit show, and I'm not very excited about that. But we're gonna keep trucking on. That's all we can do. You know what I'm saying?
I completely
like old song from Alabama. Roll on highway, roll on love, roll on daddy till you get back home. Roll up. I don't know. Will they hit us with copyright and try and kill us, or
no, you don't sound anywhere near
good.
like the guy who sings the song.
Good.
But all right. Let's see. Dan, obviously the big point of emphasis this week has been obviously what's been happening with the Chargers the last 3 weeks. 27 penalties for 217 yards, 6 turnovers, 17 sacks allowed, 35 quarterbacks hits allowed, 81 pressures allowed, Dan. And obviously everybody saw Pop's stat where it said that Andrew Luck got hit a certain amount of a certain amount of time. I think he's been hit 580, and Herbert's on pace to get hit 620 something or 630 something, which is obviously not what Jim and what Jim promised.
Exactly.
We've obviously all heard, and this is what I was telling Gilbert on Monday. We've all heard that he said, "I wake up at night and I think of getting Justin to the Hall of Fame." Well,
I've had a few sleepless nights also, Jimbo. Seeing this shit show 2 weeks in a row.
Oh, it was almost 3, but
I'm not in 100,000 thread count sheets either. I'll tell you that. In El Segundo, I don't get to just cross 2 streets and get to my job. No, I'm just kidding. I still believe. I just don't.
And that's the thing, and that's what Gilbert and I were
you
trying
to believe, man.
That's what Gilbert and I were talking about, and we even spoke about it with Eric. Well, I talked to Eric on Sunday, and he's like, look, if Charger fans are getting ready to if God, Alex,
so does Madison Beer, Alex.
But
yeah, exactly, Brett. Hitting the nail on the head. Watching them shit the bed against the Jags, that was glorious.
But I definitely think that obviously looking at that's what Eric and I were talking about. He's like, Eric's like, I know Charger fans are strong. I know that they're not going to give up. Like they've seen a lot worse. The thing is, they can't remember, but they've seen far worse than this.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, he's like it's just about taking the punches in a sense. But Dan, real quick, I just wanted to show you a little bit of one quick film from last week or from O'Day Faye Owe. He that's the guy that the Chargers just traded for yesterday. This was him against the Chargers last year. And this is going up against Rashawn Slater. So watch this play.
I like that, Joseph. I've been thinking the same thing.
Are you ready?
Yeah, okay. This is wow. Look at that. Okay.
So look at where you see where Rashawn is?
Yeah, on the left, yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, no, this is from a couple of years ago. My bad.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, because 76 is at center, Pipkins is at so this is probably from 2021.
Oh, you're at guard again. Oh my goodness.
Watch this. Oh, so Gerald Everett's in there. So yeah,
he's 99. He's 99.
Yeah.
Ooh, it looks like he has some speed.
That's the thing about him. It's a speed. Oh, Jalen Guyton, Dan. Austin Eckler's right there, Dan.
Don't get me started. Not a fan. But I hear his sister-in-law is doing pretty well.
God. Allegedly.
You
see that, Dan?
Yeah, I like that move. Look how fast he is. He's got that fast twitch. Sells him like he's going outside. And Slater, of course, just letting his feet. Letting his
Dan, let's see. So there was a play. Well, let me show you this graphic, Dan. I know you like graphics. I know you love math. So
mic stands.
So okay, this is the 2025 QB offensive grade versus pressured on dropbacks. There is only one quarterback that stands alone, Dan. So this means that Justin Herbert is playing at a 83% level, but his offensive line is giving up pressure on
80% of the time.
Like the offensive line is basically like pressure dropbacks. So he's around 80. So he's having a great grade, but it's the offensive line that's kind of failed him. I mean, hell, Dan, even Dylan Gabriel's all the way over here. Marcus Mariota,
I know. Yeah. It's not good. It's just. Oh my God, Brett! I was gonna make a comment about that.
No making comments.
Fucking Brett.
All right.
We're so lucky, seriously, to have such a great chat. For the most part, we haven't gotten any weirdos or any people who are just, not nice, but that is good. That takes the cake for tonight.
On Monday, we get a bunch of bots telling us to download something to watch.
That's funny. That's funny. But in either case, again, it's not good. I don't care. I don't need papers. I don't need graphs that I don't understand. I don't need percentages. My eyes tell me everything I need to see, and it's not good. It's not good. That's like if you put the Mona Lisa in front of me and you tag it up. It's not good. It's not good. I want to see a work of art. That's what I want to see. I want to see the Sistine Chapel. I want to see this stupid thing. I want to see the Last Supper. I want to see what's it called? The Statue of David. I want to see art for offensive line play. I haven't seen that. I don't see it. I know, for real, Alex. I like this. This is funny. Joseph, that's pretty funny. What was I going to tell you? Yeah, but it's not good, like, clearly. And, I like what King Wright kind of says over here. I think I'm going to summarize. He was basically saying that the coaching staff was wrong for trying to go cheap with the 90 million cap or whatever. And now they're paying the price, and that's right. There needs to be an accountability somewhere. I'm not saying fire everybody, but
do you want to hire Tom Telesco back?
No.
I see a lot of those comments.
I think that's an overreaction. I think that's like a joke over. Oh my goodness. Hot Cheetos got to me. I think that's an overreaction. I think that's just people, I overreacted and I said, fire everybody, trade everybody. So So yeah, but I mean, again, like if you notice what's going on, they're trying to fill out this roster, like kind of King Rice said, kind of the cheaper route. You paid the quarterback, you paid a few players, and now you're trying to fill that gap with guys from the draft. What's it called? Veteran players who are on the cheap. And the thing you have to understand when you try and do that with rookies, it's kind of like a crapshoot in the sense of they could be either really good in 3 years while they're still under rookie contracts, or it could work the opposite effect. So it's just kind of a wait and see thing. Because again, I'm still a big believer in like it's a lot to put, a big piece of the franchise. Exactly. This is true too. Expectations are just so high because Harbaugh's the coach, like 100%. This is another thing that I thought was interesting also. Also feel like the effort in the O-line isn't on par. You put pair, but on par for a Jim Harbaugh-led team. I agree with that. I don't understand where the discipline is either. And someone put that in earlier. Where's the run game? I thought we weren't going to throw the football at all. So I'm not understanding where that is either. I think there's just a lot of questions that have yet to be answered. And the problem is also, like I said, you have a bunch of 20-year-olds out there running around. I think they have one of the youngest rosters in the league.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, that could be pretty good moving forward. You just have to wait for that other shoe to drop. Or, I mean, shit fire.
Well,
I don't know
also,
how much worse it can get.
this weekend, when you look at the Dolphins numbers, like their offensive line is, I think, horrendous, even worse than the Chargers, I think, is what my good friend Alan Poupart told me on.
Yeah, but he's a statue. He's a statue, so that's going to be even easier.
And then he was telling me that their defense is horrendous. He's like, they just allowed Rico, I can't remember his last name, to rush for 200 yards against
it all
them.
Coming out party, baby.
I'm interested to see what they're gonna do. I think Hines is gonna get some. I think he's gonna get elevated. He's gonna get some carries. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. But the problem is that next week, not to look ahead, but they play the Colts. So I think Chris Rim put that Joe Alt is no longer in a walking boot. So that's a huge positive for them. So he's out of the walking boot. Khalil Mack can be activated next or they can open up the window next week. So we'll see that. But slowly but surely, guys are going to start getting healthy. I think Denzel pretty soon is going to be able to
they're good players, Denzel and Mack. But I think the bigger problem is, again, whereas right now what you're doing is putting the fate of the franchise in the hands of 20-year-olds. You're putting a lot on guys who are vets who've been in the league for a decade plus, and they're in their 30s. Like Perryman.
No, I know, but they just brought in a new edge rusher who's a lot younger to do stuff. But the problem is you don't have
depth.
No, it's not just the depth. Like what's his name? Jaden Daniels just stood back there and did whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I know. I think the Khalil addition's huge because now they can do stuff. They can set the edge. They can do some other stuff. With Joe Alt, obviously it's huge because they need that piece at the offensive line because that's where you run through. That's where the protection's going to come. I know I might be in the minority, but I actually think Zion hasn't played that bad this year. And he's actually been the only one besides Joe Alt that's actually been consistent. It's kind of everybody else that is definitely hurt them. But look, like this was a play that is kind of been brought up a lot. Listen to Herbert on this play and Bradley Bozeman. Herbert tries to check out of, or he tries to say that one of the 94 was hot. So listen to the way this happens.
I'll tell you that. Empty backfield, blitz is coming. Herbert in deep.
You heard the goddamn too. I don't know if that was Herbert, but this is the problem. Look at what's happening.
Herbert in deep trouble. Throws
unmuted. They're muted, so they don't execute us. But like, what's happening there is you have a guy lined up in the slot which I assume, but you know what to say about assumption, and he thinks they need to slide that way.
Yeah,
that's what he's confused about. But there's a linebacker literally standing at the heels of the defensive lineman On the other side, can you just bring up the pre-snap picture or no? Or will they kill us? Are they going to
No, I
swat
got
us?
No,
Is the NFL
Gilbert
and
and I,
Roger Goodell?
Gilbert and I didn't get swatted before, so
Oh. Is
That-
Roger Goodell going to drop a bomb? Yeah. Okay, let's see. So I think he's confused by that linebacker right there. Oh, actually, no. It looks like, but he's flat-footed. So let's see. Can you play it a little bit? What is the other guy? Where's he?
Empty back.
Oh,
Field
so I
blitz
see.
is-
Yeah, but he looks pretty flat-footed. So go back. He doesn't give it away, but he's just confused on which linebacker's coming. I think that's what it is. This
so
guy,
Herbert was
if you
pointing.
notice,
Herbert was
yeah,
pointing
he's
at
pointing
this guy
that
over
way.
here.
Yeah. So he went the wrong way, clearly. But that's the biggest problem that you're having. He's just not understand. But that's why I say the way to fix this, just slide everyone one way. We don't have to overcomplicate everything. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. But that's the other thing, and that's where I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I'm not gonna try and get super pissed.
Angry?
But it's like you can't tell me, can Andre Carter move or what's his name?
Andre James.
Andre James. Can he move the right way? If he can move the right way and at least slow him down, I'll take that guy.
This is what
get. Oh, and
Justin, go ahead.
And just the double speak, I'm getting sick of also of the competitors welcome. And then you see shit like that every Sunday and you're like, okay, well, where are the other competitors? What are we doing? Like,
Well, this is what Jim had to say on Monday when Pop and him kind of had the back and forth.
oh yeah, that was funny.
That created the pressure there today.
Yeah, that was MA by Brad, by the center. Mr. Simon.
He couldn't put two and two together.
We talked to Greg last week, and he was sort of saying that like the area where he feels like Bradley brings the most is just in terms of his leadership and his ability to make the calls at the line and provide that pre-snap kind of experience. If he's not doing those things and you're having those type of assignment issues, there's a situation where you have to look at the center position and see if there's other options available to you on the roster, or is Bradley going to be your starter moving forward?
As I've said in the past, I mean, I'll talk about a quarterback competition, but not going to talk about position players outside of the quarterback position.
That's weird, isn't it?
It is because pause it.
We all have fingerprints. Yeah, we all may have made a mistake. Just about everybody on the coaching staff and the position groups or the individuals. I'll talk if we ever have a quarterback controversy.
Did you see the way he stopped there?
Yeah. He was going to say
Spend time
competition.
dialoguing with you.
At what point though does there has to be a certain number of mistakes or plays in the game that you want that lead to a player no longer being good or productive? So where is that threshold for you when it comes to Bradley?
As I said, I'm not going to discuss
that. I would rather, okay, and this is just me. I didn't take media school. I'm not some fancy pansy.
You have a shirt.
I do have a shirt. I am a journalist. I want everyone to know that. I do journalism.
The thing is, the reason why you're not a real journalist is because you're not.
I don't want to do it. Well, that's true, but I don't want to do it anyway. I think,
what group are Eric and Gilbert in?
The national writers, where they bitch about how Goodell's not helping the Chiefs enough. But this is where my poli-sci background comes in play. And in poli-sci, I'm not going to get into the whole thing because I don't want people trying to start a civil war on here or whatever. But a lot of public speaking is perception. And what he tells me when he goes up there and he's like, I'm not going to talk about it. I only talk about quarterbacks. Like he's trying to wash his hands in like a weird way. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like Jimbo, you're the fucking head coach, dude. So if people want to ask you about, thresholds and level of play for who should start and who should not, it doesn't matter if it's not a quarterback. It doesn't matter if it's an offensive player. It doesn't matter if it's a defensive player, Dicker the kicker, the backup long snapper, whoever it is, the damn water boys.
Money Badger.
You are accountable for that as the head football coach. Now, what I would prefer him to do or say in those situations, I'm not going to talk about it. That's an internal discussion. How hard is that? Don't do this fucking weirdo thing. Exactly. This also. You have probably, I want to say 200 penalties in 2 games, or 200 yards worth of penalties in 2 games. But don't give us, I'll say us, that's fine. I'll throw myself in there. Sometimes I try and be a little neutral, but I'm wearing a diehard Bull Club shirt. Who are we kidding? But, don't give us the double speak. You know what I'm saying? Don't put it out there that, you're doing all these cool things for the social media team of, stupid God, Mike.
Okay. I would love to see.
Don't do the double speak and do all this stuff, but then you're presenting a different face. Like that to me is the biggest problem. I would respect him more, or I would respect the whole situation more if we see a shit show already in 2 or 3 games and you're like, fuck it, let's bench this guy. Let's see who next man up. Let's see if he can do the job. At least give the other guy a chance to fail. Am I right? That's all I'm saying. You have to at least give the presentation of a competition, or then people think favoritism's happening or something else. Like it just does not make sense how you could have so many missed assignments. And another part, I like someone's comment. Who is it? I think it was Brett. You had one about the Vikings.
But the Bucks are also missing a bunch of people too.
But this is the other thing. This is just where Grant Roman is not that creative. Cowboys played 4 backups against the offensive line and only gave up 4 pressures. 100%, you're absolutely right. Last year, if you guys remember, I was a little more on like let's wait to see what Roman has. From the games I'm watching, I'm jumping on that train of get him the fuck out of Dodge, dude. This is not looking good. Okay? When you have tight ends pass proing against Von Miller, who, remind you, Super Bowl MVP. Oh, shit. This guy's crazy. This is what I'm talking about. This is the type of filth and bottom dwellers we deal with on this program. I would ask hard questions. I do those things because I'm a journalist. I never told you my little Fox Sports story I found out. Because I journalism up in this bitch. I do. You're lucky I'm not wearing that shirt.
Eric loves the shirt.
He does, because it's true. But anyway, that's all I'm getting at. The problem is people see what's on the field and it's not matching up with what he's saying in these press conferences. And that to me is the biggest problem. Like, again, you have to give guys the opportunity to fail. I think Bozeman's already failed. How much more do you want to give up? Like, there's nothing that pisses. I'll end with this. This is exactly, Alex. There's nothing that pisses me off more as an offensive line coach than free, and I'll just say it, fucking hitters, whether it's in the run game or it's in the pass game. The boys hear me say that all the time ad nauseum. No free hitters. Now, if they put a move on you, they overpower you, that's something I can live with. No misassignments, no free hitters. That's something I can live with because then we coach it up and we try and figure it out. But what you can't have, especially when you're paying the guy behind him, $52.5 million a year. And on top of that, he's banging the prettiest chick
all
at the
right,
ball.
all right.
What are we doing? This is our time.
What like, in a free release like that, are you okay if they take the holding call so that your quarterback doesn't get hit, or what's
I'd
kind of your
prefer
thing?
Herbert to throw it away.
Well, I mean,
Like as soon as he sees pressure,
okay,
let's
just do this. We'll do 2 more things and then we will
all right,
head out
because we got 10 more minutes.
Yeah, I know. All right. So watch Bradley on this play.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. Go back to the first play. Or is this the first play? He loses his feet. He has look at his go back and just pause it. Go back and just pause it when he makes contact so I can really get pissed. A little more. Right there. Look at his body positioning. He's hydroplaning.
He's about to get Mekhi hurt.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, that's not good. When you are so, like, anyone who's a math guy out there, when you're like this, you have no balance. You have no balance. He's literally a drunk guy stumbling in the bar, leaning on his sober friend to stay up. Like, that's what that looks like to me. Because then he literally eats shit.
It sounds like you're speaking from experience. Is there somebody in this chat that happens with or no?
Oh, well, the cheese-eating bastard, I don't want to say this too much, but he kind of stumbles when he has one little cocktail here and there. So he kind of, it's hard to find his way. It's hard to find his way.
All right.
But I agree with you guys. I mean, I at what point are we going to give Andre,
James,
you know what?
James,
That's funny. Andre James. That's funny. Let's get some construction guys out there, Joseph. What do you think? Those guys will get out there and get after it.
All right, next play.
Okay, let's see. See, like I like that aggression, but it's like, but then
no, that wasn't aggression. That was a reaction. The guy hits him.
But the thing I don't like also, go back.
Yeah.
He's all the way in the 3. Why is he in a hurry to get over there? He just, unless that's a protection, but he kind of leaves Zion in a bad spot where he could have helped him out, you know?
Yeah, like it looks like Mekhi had his guy.
Yeah.
And he was
Especially
fine with him, and Bradley just kind of.
Yeah. Well, because then the bounce off is where he starts to chase him down anyway. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, just some of this stuff, I'm like, there you go. There you go, Joseph. Let's get some construction guys out here. Get them off the lumber yards, and let's get them over here to protect our boy, the son of Odin.
All right, next play.
All right, let's see. Oh, this isn't going to be good. Okay, that was better. But look at Zion. Go back. Look at your... This is why I hate when you do this. When you start, trying to defend people and getting all excited. Look at his... Keep going.
Hey,
look
at Omarion. That's a good...
He just gets around him. He's like, oh, there you go. You want to...
Who do you think did better there, Omarion or Zion?
Oh, Omarion is a better pass blocker than half of these guys, and he's taking on Bobby Wagner. Oh, here we go. Here we go. He's upset now. It's past his bedtime. Get your bagel bites, watch the Tonight Show, and then go to sleep.
All right, here we go. Next play.
Or the Tonight Show might be too late for him. Who knows?
Look at that. Do you see
that? But that's what I'm talking about.
You know what? I think this is the play where Herbert tells him 94.
Yeah. If you look at the difference, look at how his feet change. Go back just pre-snap.
And look at
Herbert,
that, Dan.
See Herbert right there. Just
Isn't
get
that
rid
full
of
body?
it. That is, but they don't call it because these refs are terrible. But if you look at his stance, right, you can tell he's creeping. This other guy's flat-footed. There you go, Alex. Loving the bagel bites. But that's what I'm saying. Right here, Herbert, throw it away. Throw it away if you can't run. Throw it away.
I don't even think he saw it. I think he was starting to look. Like, look, he barely turned his head around, and then he saw him.
Throw it away. Throw it away. Throw it away. Throw it away. Throw it away.
He did.
That's the only thing I wish you'd get better at. Throw it away. Don't take a sack. Don't take a hit. That's why I would tell quarterbacks if I look at who is that? Oh God, get this bullshit off the screen. I can't watch anymore.
What was it?
Look at this left tackle. Go back. He is about as erect as the Empire State Building over here. Look how tall he is. Look at his feet. That is an abomination. I like this. I hate the other view. This is God's view right here. I'm looking at the good guys, but these guys, they're pissing me off like they're the bad guys. Look, clean pockets. You have 8 guys. See, look what happens when you just slide protect. Oh my God. And then there's this.
Okay, there's
so
watch 74 on this one again.
It's just so bad, dude. Like, why are you reaching out to him like a child reaching for his papa? Like my beautiful, always good godson reaches out for his papa when he leaves.
Are they but okay, isn't there a penalty on this one? Because like look at the way he jumps. You're not supposed to jump at the legs like that. Well, whatever.
I don't know what to tell you. The refs don't call it. They're assholes. They hate my quarterback. I don't know why. So
like look at Bradley on this one.
Probably lost. Like, look at his feet. Look at his feet. Look how narrow his feet are. What are we doing? Look at that. fucking strolling through a park.
It looks like you're strolling through a garden.
My God. And there's Zion again. I don't want to hear it from you anymore.
By the way, that was a helmet to helmet on Q.
Why are you turning your shoulders so early?
That QJ, the
look
fumble.
At Sawyer. Look at all these guys, dude.
The QJ fumble that was on.
Of course it was. Of course it was. I don't know what to tell you. They don't want Jimbo to win. I don't know how to tell you. No, it is QJ. Look at Sawyer. What is Sawyer doing, dude? Oh my God, his kick step is making me nauseous. His kick step is making me nauseous. Like, why is Zion immediately turning his shoulders?
Do you see?
What the fuck, dude? Like, what is this? Look at how that linebacker comes in free. Dude, we have Zion with his thumb up his ass.
I think he was even surprised he was that. Like, remember the guy last week from
that's why
the Giants?
That's why he put his hands up.
Watch this guy. He just like,
he puts his hands up. But like right there, just throw it away. Look at Zion, thumb up his ass. Pipkins, no idea what he's doing. Look at Pipkins' kick step. Oh, fuck. Dude, like I thought he was going to be better as a guard because I'm like, okay, less space. Look at,
Do you see the way like he gets driven into Herbert?
I can't do this. 67 doesn't look bad. He has a good number. Nice little movement. This is terrible. This is who you want. Look at Zion. He just leans.
Oh,
fucking this guy too.
Did you see the way he get?
That's why I'm saying just throw it away.
But you have to remember, quarterbacks like
they
want to make
Don't feed me that bullshit.
Whoa.
That's coaching. That's
Eli
coaching.
Manning made a play even though he was getting tugged.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That doofus is more worthless. He has no brains up there.
Watch 74.
Get out of here. Get everyone out of here. I would gladly I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm overweight. I can't do it. This is so bad, dude. Like, how are you so Harbaugh must not be sleeping any nights if he's watching this shit and going home. He probably can't even, please the missus at night because he's watching.
We're not getting into all that.
I didn't say anything. They're a consensual couple. I didn't say anything. Yeah, get that off the screen. What are you doing to me? It's almost the weekend. It's almost the weekend.
This was Herbert on the sorry, Angel. This was,
exactly.
Oh, shoot. My bad. This was what's
I love Angel's comment. Oh, I can't. Well, fuck it. Who cares? Oh, I pressed the wrong one. Hold on. This is my thought all the time.
This is what Herbert said about the that play with Bradley Bozeman.
Just the pressure that came through the A gap.
John Solis.
It was 94. Second and 6 in their territory. The TV broadcast picked you up. Sort of, it seemed like you're upset with something Jim mentioned. That was
wow, what a good one. Go to sleep.
Bradley. When something like that happens in a game, what are the conversations like with Bradley afterwards in terms of the fixes that you guys are trying to make in the situation?
Yeah, it's a rare occasion. That's one of those things that we talk about, and I know that he wasn't meaning to do anything like that. Bose has been on his stuff, every other play, and a common mix-up, and we're going to be better. We talked it through, and as soon as we got up to the sideline, we said, we're not going to let that up again. So it was all good.
So is there in terms of when you're making protection calls like that, I guess who has final say? Is that something that's discussed and established? Like, okay, either you have final say or Bradley has final say as far as what the slide's going to be or what the protection call's going to be?
Yeah, I do. He goes up there.
Yeah, no shit.
And he makes the point so we can move quickly. And then if I see anything based on safety rotation or certain looks, then I can switch up.
Exactly, Jay. I love what Jay says here. That's exactly what should be happening. Exactly, Jay. Thank you.
Real quick, this was just Harbaugh.
Did you see what Bromez put?
Oh my God. Real
Put
quick,
a ring on it, Promez, or no?
what Harbaugh had to say about the Odafe Owe trade.
Yesterday, just thought process for you behind the trade.
Something that Joe Ortiz thought would help our football team, and first and foremost, I just want to thank Aloy Gilman, for everything he's meant to our team and this organization, and great player, beloved guy on our team. And I know it's really hard for Joe, trading player for player, but he's going to a good organization, and Odafe would be welcomed here, that helps our team. That's the reason that Joe had for it, and we trust Joe, and full steam ahead.
You speak about it as if are you involved in these conversations at all, or?
Oh, that's interesting.
I was after the fact on that. That was Joe and
Sure.
GM and GM and
Sure. Hey, John.
Hey,
John.
Yeah, I'm involved. Joe's talking, and it was ultimately Joe's making the decision. Joe's the one that makes the trade decisions, he talked to us coaches, Jesse, myself,
Before the trade.
we're involved. He's keeping us in the loop and asking us to look and give our opinion, which we did.
Hey, John. Hey, John.
Well, they were talking about
Crusher, John. You're kind of in the shitter. Let me have my time, John.
last thing, Dan.
I gotta go to bed.
Eric D. Williams released his top five MVP stock watches. Number 1, Baker Mayfield. Number 2, Matthew Stafford. Number 3, Josh Allen. Number 4, Patrick Mahomes.
I'm sure that hurt him. I'm sure that hurt him to put him number 4, but
and number 5, Jared Goff. Dan,
what
Patrick
a joke.
Mahomes is 2 and 3. Why would Patrick Mahomes be on here?
It's the same reason as my week 5 takeaway, except invert the words. You're gonna have to watch Compas on the beat yesterday to get that little reference, that little nugget.
God.
So that's why.
But Dan, to you, Baker Mayfield right now, number 1.
Who gives a fuck? That's number 1.
Dan, like I said, right now, the Dolphins, they're missing Tyreek Hill. Last bid, Dan, obviously, we appreciate you always.
Let's go.
Tua Tagovailoa is completing 70% of his passes, but he has thrown 10 touchdowns, 4 picks. He struggled ever since Tyreek Hill went down with the injury. Last week they lost to the Carolina Panthers.
Drafted. So
what?
He's struggled since he's been drafted. So
do you think they regret the trade, Dan? Or the pick?
I'm sure they do.
They lost to the Carolina Panthers last week, 27-24.
Appreciate you,
like I said, Rico Dwaddle went 23 carries, 206 and 1 touchdown. Devon Achane on the other side, Dan, only 10 carries, 16 yards. Jalen Waddle, 6 catches, 110, 1 touchdown. Tua was actually he just couldn't get it going in the ending, but 27-36, 256, 3 touchdowns, no picks. But obviously their defense is a little rough around the edges. Like I said, they have Jalen Waddle. But other than that, Darren Waller's kind of turned it on, Dan, but he did miss practice on Wednesday. It might have just been rest, but let me get that for you, Dan. It was hip and rest.
Yeah, they did, Joseph.
Today for the Chargers, no Joe Alt, no Darius Davis, no Bud Dupree, no Deshaun Hand, no Trey Pipkins, and no Jazier Taylor. So for them, everybody was limited except for linebacker Tyrell Dodson, who did not play with not practice with a concussion, and then Darren Waller hip/rest. Darren Waller actually went off, Dan, last week. He had 8 catches for 105, and
turning back the clock.
I know, and he did a number on the
just
on
not far enough to be back with old what's her name. She's
Kelsey
fire.
Plum.
She's fire.
Yeah, he's played in 2 games so far. In the first game, he had 3 catches for 27 yards and 2 touchdowns. This week, he had 5 catches, 78 yards, and 1 touchdown. So that'll be an interesting battle between him and Derwin, because I'm sure that's what they're going to end up doing. Elsewhere, I mean, Devon Achen's a weapon in the passing game.
They're all just fast.
On the other side, Bradley Chubb, 4 sacks. He's going to be a trade target. I most certainly think that he is going to be a trade target coming up soon. That's obviously the Chargers are going to be seeing their old AFC West rival. So I definitely think that what the Chargers are going to need to do is come out, be quick with the ball, try and run the football, establish the run. I know they're down to their 3rd, 4th, and 5th running backs, but you're going to have to do something. You're going to have to create something. If not, you could not let Justin Herbert just sit back there and throw the football 50 times the way, or 40 times like he's been doing lately. So again, this is another game where I think Ladd McConkey they need to get him going. They haven't yet. He is one of those fast, shifty receivers. I'm telling you, when I did that big article on Keenan Allen, Keenan said, yeah, I know that this is going to sound cliche, but Ladd reminds me a lot of Wes Welker, where Wes, you give him a 5-yard catch and he'll turn it into 10, 15 extra yards. So the Chargers need to do something like that. They're going to need to get going. They're going to need to this is a must win. The last 2 games, I get it. You lost them. They're NFC games. You need to win AFC games, especially when it comes down to the nitty-gritty at the end of the season, when Kalen Ballage, back to 2020 we go. But you need to win AFC games, because that's what counts. Those are the tiebreakers at the end of the season. And the Chargers are already 3-0 in the AFC because they're 3-0 in the division. So they need these tiebreakers. So I definitely feel like this is going to be as close of a must win as you're going to get with these guys, just because the Chargers need this. So they need to get themselves going. Like I said, they're 3-0 in the conference. That's huge. Denver's 2-2. Well, they're not going to have to fight with Denver, but the Colts are 4-0. The Pittsburgh Steelers are 2-0. The Bills are 3-1. So you're going to have a tight race at the end for those conference games. So they're going to matter a whole hell of a lot more. So we will see what happens. Obviously, it's a 10 a.m. game. Dan loves those 10 a.m. games.
I do. Get it out of the way.
And then obviously we will jump on probably at about 1:20, as soon as they get, basically like 15, 20 minutes after the game's over. But usually we like to do it at around 1:15, 1:25, right around there. So Dan can enjoy the 1 o'clock games, and then obviously the Sunday night game, which Dan has picked the Detroit Lions to beat the Chiefs, which would that would drown the Chiefs at 2-4. They'd be 2-4 again.
And then Monday's my favorite day because I love playing the clip from The Sopranos. I don't know if anyone knows that reference.
I know what you're talking about. But again, we appreciate you guys so much. You guys are the best. We totally appreciate you guys jumping on with us. I hope you guys had a good Wednesday previewing this podcast. Dan, literally, we're so lucky to have him. He breaks down the film. He shows us exactly what's going on from his point of view. So it's definitely interesting.
My brother does do a good job. Shout out.
I appreciate that, cheese eating bastard. Joseph, thank you so much. Alex, he said that he was 51 for right now, but if it looks weird, he's going to jump to 98. I'm pretty sure he's going to jump to 98. So Joseph, thank you so much. Yeah, we have Dan. Dan breaks down those. He gives it to you guys real. He'll throw out a couple of naughty words that Hilberto
he clutches his pearls, like another person who I know clutches his pearls. So,
but again, thank you guys so much. You guys are the best. Don't forget, Sunday we will be back. We'll be back with the post game reaction. Everybody have a great weekend. Everybody have a great rest of your week and a great weekend. Again, thank you guys so much. You guys are the best. Angel, we're gonna try and do something like that. We'll try and do some merch. We'll try and get that going again. But again,
oh yeah, sorry about that. I've just been so busy with the new job and stuff like that. It's been such a, wonderful, great experience. No problems, everything running smoothly. So that is the next task at some point or another. Because I do have some prototypes. You've kind of seen some of them, like shirt wise, but I haven't really put it out there anywhere.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you guys so much. You guys are the best. Dan, why don't you get us out of here?
Be a compa, tell a compa, and I love what Alex says right here. Have a great weekend. Hopefully the Chargers don't ruin it. That's the show. Bye-bye.
That actually would be pretty funny.
With an edit. I had a really cool one where it was going to be a ref in a Chiefs uniform and be like the most manufactured dynasty. But then, they didn't win the dynasty. So thank God. But I had that t-shirt on standby. All right. Be a compa, tell a compa. Yeah, don't mess it up this weekend. All right. Have a great day. Stay safe. Have a great weekend. Go watch football.
Thank you, guys.
Blitz,
Good luck this Friday, Dan.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.